Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baka-Talk, the podcast where we talk about anime. I hang out with weird friends every week, and yeah, sometimes we'll talk about anime news as well. I'm joined by my co-host, Wheeze.
Hi, I'm Wheeze. I stayed up till 5 last night working on a video.
That's normal.
So I'm kind of weird today.
No, that's just normal.
Kind of weird today?
Yes.
And you're saying that
today.
you're not weird every day.
I'm extra weird today.
You're very weird.
I have energy and lack of energy at the same
It's
time.
because he didn't sleep at 4 like normal. Instead, he got 1 less hour of sleep.
Exactly.
Oh, God,
I
it was
also
a
woke
paradox.
up early at like 1 instead of like 1:30.
Or
so
2.
That was rough.
Or 3.
Or 4.
You literally woken up at 4 o'clock.
I woke up at your house.
I'm
I got
pretty
here
sure-
and woke up.
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure
the
you,
studio. This professional studio. Yeah.
Yes, very professional.
Yes.
When you say you eat at your house, I'm pretty sure you mean that you just woke up and you want breakfast.
Yeah, I eat breakfast at like 3, and then I eat dinner at like 6, and then lunch at like 6, and then
Nice.
dinner at like midnight.
Well, to continue the introductions, I am joined by Pyrolis.
I almost died today.
Yes, you did. How
Yeah.
did you die?
So, my technician, we were working on a vehicle, and I had to help him bolt down an exhaust piece.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, I put my hand up near the engine, and so the wrench, I didn't know it at the time, but it was touching the starter, and so then I made contact with the metal piece.
Ow.
Yeah, and then it was like sparks and Mark. The technician was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Hey, 4th of July, that's cool." And I was the one that got the blast.
Dang.
Yeah,
Like to the face?
no, it went down my arm, then into my boots. My boots are rubber, so
Ah.
it was like a zip and
Did
then
it
gone.
Hurt.
Okay.
No, not much hurts me.
Did it make you feel energized?
Yeah, it did.
Nice.
Made my legs tingly. My hairs all stood
What
up
if
for a bit.
that's the way we should have energy? We should just get electrocuted every day. What if you just woke up and got electrocuted?
That's technically how your heart kind of works. It pumps
That's
energy into you.
true.
I when I did training for work, we were working on a pump that had a short in it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Well, don't touch this wire to this wire, bare metal, so you're gonna get electrocuted."
Yeah.
So what do I end up doing 10 minutes later? I
Getting
do that,
electrocuted.
and it legit wakes me up for the whole day.
Dang.
See?
Like, I was tired as could be because I only had like 4 hours of sleep.
My basement flooded like a week or 2 ago, and I went down there, and the pump, I was just like, I need to check. The bobber thing sometimes gets stuck, so it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we got it all fixed now. But at the time, I reached down to like fix it, and I got electrocuted from reaching my hand in there. It's like, yeah, this isn't good. There was like, I don't know, 6 inches of water in my basement.
Oh, nice.
He just
Yeah.
keeps eels down.
That's
there when
enough
it
to do a
happens.
swimming pool,
Pretty much. Yeah.
even with a diving board.
I know. I swam in it and then got electrocuted, so it didn't work out very well.
Yeah, that's never.
You know, I put eels in his basement.
And
for
it's all
moments.
because the breaker that the sump pump is on.
Yeah.
I have this Michigan basement. My whole the place that I live is a swamp. So
Michigan is a swamp.
there's so much water that it seeps into the basement just like constantly. You can watch it like draining in there. So if the sump pump doesn't work for like 5 minutes, it was one day and it like filled up my basement with water and everything was like floating and stuff. The reason it stopped working is because if you run the microwave at the same time the sump pump is going on, it blows the breaker.
So
Oh,
you
nice.
use the microwave.
So I didn't use the microwave.
Mhm.
It wasn't me.
Mhm.
But I later were like, well, what's wrong with it? Why isn't it working? And then I was like, oh, the microwave's off. Oh, because I've had it happen before. Then I was like, oh, we just need to flip the breaker, which is in the basement in the water.
Of course.
But yeah,
Because you have to swim through the electrically charged water.
Yes.
to
And
get
so I
to-
swim through the electrically charged water. I fought off the eels.
Yeah.
I spared the turtle because I've only killed the turtle once.
I killed one turtle.
Me too. It was sad. And then I was like, this wasn't worth it.
It was not worth
So I
it.
never killed a turtle again. And then I went to the breaker thing and I flipped it on and I was fine.
You guys mean
And then the water rushed down.
And then the water rushed down and I do this whole flushed away thing.
Yep.
And I got like stuck in the sewers and had to fight my way out and fight pirates or something.
He is reincarnated as a slug.
you guys are saying that you guys don't enjoy turtle soup like every Sunday?
What?
No.
Oh.
I am turtle vegan. Is that a thing?
Yes.
Turtle vegan? I'm a turtle vegan.
Turtle soup's pretty good.
Yeah, but turtles are my friend.
I've never had turtle soup, but it does kind of sound good.
It's pretty good.
Do you eat it out of the shell of the turtle?
You can, yes.
Nah.
There's not a lot of meat in turtle though. It's all shell.
Depends
It's
on how
like-
big the turtle
It's
you
like
get.
those fruits. It's like a mango where it's like all pit. Turtle's just all shell.
Basically, the
You have to
shell
eat the
is
shell.
around the meat.
You have to eat the shell.
Like
Yes.
like an apple.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why I said apple. I was trying to think of something with a shell.
See, a turtle is like a peanut. You gotta crack
Yeah.
the shell open to get to the juicy inside.
And then you eat the shell.
I mean, if you want, sure, go for it.
If you eat turtle, you have to eat the shell. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to eat turtles just because when they become sentient and take over the world because they're like one of the strongest armored
That's
things,
true.
I want to be on their good side.
I don't know. I think at 50 BMG can go through a turtle.
Well, yeah, but there's more of them than there are of you.
Not if I get a lot of 50 BMGs.
Turtles live so long. There's just gonna be so many more turtles.
Turtles are technically immortal.
Yes.
They're gonna take
Kind of
over.
like alligators.
And they kind of like don't stop growing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like alligators.
Have you ever seen an alligator
Dude, turtles
snapping
are just
turtle?
Dinosaurs.
They are dinosaurs.
Can we ride turtles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the future?
You can right now.
Well, right now.
Too bad they're slow. I guess that's the problem.
No, they're
Can
not.
we strap
yeah.
wheels to a turtle?
Yes.
They've done it.
And then
Turtles have
can
lost
turtles
legs and they strapped.
rollerblades? Can they use rollerblades? And then we can ride
you
the
could
turtle.
train them to use rollerblades.
That would be sick.
I don't know about that.
Okay,
Imagine like
Pyrolis.
these punk like
Hear me
kids in the street just riding turtles with rollerblades on them.
We're gonna strap wheels to giant tortoises
Mm-hmm.
with attached guns to them.
To destroy the other tortoises.
Yeah.
No, to take over the world.
Oh, all right.
That's just
cool.
a tank.
Yes, we make animal tanks
And
out of tortoises.
we have to make sure to kill enough people, though, because if the turtle doesn't get hungry, we're next on the menu.
Right. So we hit the feed. So the fuel source is the enemies we fight.
Yeah.
So I think we have this figured out.
Pyrolis, who invented the tank?
Oh, it was actually, surprisingly, if I remember, it was either a British man or a French man.
Okay, well,
That was a Frenchman.
the Frenchman.
Well, the
saw
Frenchman
a
invented
turtle.
the original rotating turret tank. But I think it was the Brit. Yeah, it was the British because they wanted something that. Basically, the tank was an infantry transport vehicle at first. It was supposed to be against infantry, so they were first manned with like machine guns. But then the enemy side was like, "Wait a minute, I wanted to destroy that thing. Let's take their idea, but make it have a bigger gun."
So
I don't know. I'm pretty sure a Frenchman.
I'm pretty
did
sure
it.
they looked at a turtle and they were like, "What if we had this, except for the gun on it?" And that's how they came up with tanks.
It could be. I mean, basically the purpose of tank, like why they have tracks and treads, is so that way it can go over the trenches.
Yeah.
Like that's why the original ones were kind of long. If I remember right, the original ones were either 2 or 3 man tanks, and they went across the trench. And
Oh, we're wrong.
who did it?
He was
Lynn Colette,
Australian.
Eldon Lance, or Eldon de Mol. He was an Australian engineer and inventor.
Huh.
He made several approaches to the British authorities in 1912, 1914, 1916 with plans to a vehicle driven by a type of caterpillar truck, believing it would have military applications.
I was kind of right. He was Australian, but he presented
Yeah,
it to the British.
Nice.
It makes sense that in the land down under, of course, they would invent the tank.
The dude even kind of looks like a turtle.
He is known as the Mole.
The mole.
You know who else is known as a mole?
Who?
Atlantis. The one guy, mole.
Oh, right, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're sitting on my
Oh,
dirt.
I
He
wonder
drove
if
a
that's-
tank.
Yeah.
Wonder if that's where they came from his name, because he was like an inventor, like a.
He was a
guy, too.
geologist.
Yeah, he was just like that guy.
But no, the French invented the Renault FT, which was the first tank with a rotating cannon,
Oh, okay.
which is the only thing that I appreciate the French for.
They had the cannon.
Yeah. They made it stinky.
Well, the tank's great in Fortnite. Me and
Shut up. No, stop.
What's his name? McSnazzy Pants have been
We don't need to
wrecking-
talk about Fortnite. here.
wrecking
No.
noobs with the tank.
Shush.
We get in the
It's
tank
fine.
and we're
Be
unstoppable.
quiet.
Tanks.
No.
Stop.
Oh, you can say
Fortnite.
tanks. No, not Fortnite though.
Victory.
No.
Shut up. All right, we're gonna go into our first topic for the day.
First topic of the day.
Pyrolis.
Yes.
What you wanted to finish your talk about Charlotte?
Oh. Well, no, I finished Charlotte. I don't really want. I don't know. Do you guys plan on watching it or what?
You told me to watch
I'll
it.
probably watch it.
Okay, then
eventually.
I'm not gonna talk about it. Then it's good. It's really good. I'll talk about it when you guys watch
Give
it.
a spoiler
enough.
free review.
He already did that last week.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, in that case, talk about ReLIFE.
So ReLIFE is pretty great. Basically, I'll break down the synopsis, i.e., the first episode. This man's is like 27 years old, right? He's got no job. He's been trying to work part time, but he's essentially a NEET, right? Well, he goes out with his buddies. He pretends to be a businessman, so that way his buddies don't laugh at him for not having a job.
Okay.
And afterwards, he's like drunk and all, and he's walking, stumbling home, and he gets a call from his mom. And his mom's like, "Hey, we're cutting you off from our money." He's like, "Oh no, oh no!" And as he's like drunk and saying, "Oh no," after getting off the phone with his mom, a young-looking kid, but like 16, 17, walks up to him and is like, "Hey, I work for a science facility. We want to recruit you to do an experiment. Take this pill and we'll look 17 years old. We'll pay our living expenses, you'll get extra money, and you'll be going to a high school again, basically. So that way we can try and rehabilitate you, re-socialize you, and afterwards, if you do well, we'll even promise you a job at our institution."
I feel like I've heard of this before.
It's like it's an older anime. It's like
Yeah.
5, 6 years old. But the guy's like, "All right, I'll do that." Oh, he's drunk though, so he wakes up and he's like, "Why did I agree to this?" But he looks young, and then he goes to the high school, and basically the first day he forgets his pencil. Like he's looking in his bag for it. They have exams. The first day they have exams, I guess, in Japan. So before he can take the exam, though, he needs a pencil. And the teacher told him to put their bags away. Well, he hasn't done that because he's looking for his pencil, and the teacher walks up and is like, "You're suspiciously going through your bag. Give me your bag so I look through it." And he's like, "Oh, okay, there's nothing in it." So she looks at her and she gasps. She's like, "What's this?" And pulls out a pack of cigarettes. And everyone's like, "Oh!" And his handler is laughing. And he's just like, "What? They're just cigarettes. I don't see the big issue here." And then like it clicks for him. He's like, "Oh, I'm in high school."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No. I just bought them out of habit." And then the teacher's like, "Habit? You do this often?" He's like, "Oh." So that's part of episode 1.
Okay, that's cool. So it's
Nice.
about a man that has to relive his high school days.
Well, he has to rehabilitate him so that he's still 27.
Yeah.
Like the insides of him still 20. Like they just did a sports episode, episode 3, I believe, and like he tries to throw and his arm cramps up, and he tries to run and he's like faster than everyone else, but then all of a sudden his leg gives out, like his knee does.
Because he still thinks he's like a 30-year-old man.
Well, no, he is a 30-year-old man. It's just the pill makes him look like he's younger.
Oh,
dang.
so it doesn't like put him back into his youth.
No,
It just
makes him look like
masks-
he's younger. Yeah.
Oh.
So he looks like he's 17, but he's actually like 27.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Huh. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I like it.
It's interesting.
And he's like meddling in with the kids. And he's like, maybe I shouldn't, because I'm in like an old man. And like he gives some kids advice, and they're like, "You our age? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Huh?" And he's like, "I'm a hypocrite. I should shut up now." It's great. I like it.
That does sound pretty
Nice.
cool.
I
Those are
recommend
cool
it.
concepts for like slice of life stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
So is it more like a slice of life, or is
I'd
it
say
more
so. It's like a
drama?
slice of life.
Okay, cool.
We're getting into a bit of some drama aspects currently, but I'm gonna see how it plays out.
Nice.
So far, I have no complaints.
Yeah,
Cool.
very cool.
How far are you into
I am
it?
episode 5.
Nice.
I
How
believe
many?
there are 13 episodes.
13.
Okay.
That's cool.
You seem to find the 13 episode animes.
They're either 13 or 24. I don't know. It's either 13 or 24 episodes. I forget. I want to say 13 though.
There are 12 episode seasons sometimes, once in a while.
Sometimes.
Every once in a great while.
Excuse me. I tried to
There
make that
is an
quiet. It didn't end up being quiet. This thing picks up more than what I thought.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Attack Top Destiny was only 12 episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
That
we
was a
saw how
weird
that turned
anime.
out.
It could have gone longer.
it
My videos.
should have gone on longer.
I have a new video about it. It's
Do
coming
ya?
out. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the one I'm working on. It's almost done. It's about finished.
I'm
half
hoping.
about it.
You say that with like zero enthusiasm in your
It's-
voice. Like you're not happy whatsoever.
No,
you
I'm
made
actually
this
really
video.
happy about this video. I think it turned out really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hype. I'm just tired
I'm
because
tired too.
I spent all night working on it.
You know what we can be hopeful for? Hopefully, season 5 of High School releases soon. I think it's set to release in April.
Sorry, I just died.
You came back really easily. You bounced back
did.
really well.
Heck yeah.
It's because if he didn't, I was gonna give him CPR.
Mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe
That
not
was my
mouth to mouth,
That was
but
my
something
motivation.
like that.
Yeah, if someone's
No.
coughing, give them mouth to mouth.
Yeah, it's what I do to him
Yes.
all the time. It's why Wheeze doesn't cough anymore.
Yeah.
Really.
He's just terrified to cough.
He's just like at a table separating.
I just die. It's like you have to cough and you refuse to, so you just die.
Wasn't it in SpongeBob where it was Patrick gave like Squidward like mouth to nose or something like that?
Yeah.
I want to say it was like that. And whenever I watched that as a kid, I was just like, he's literally like sucking in his boogers or something like that. I was just like, ah.
Eh.
No, he's blowing him back out. Is what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's also Patrick's drowning, so SpongeBob drinks the entire lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a cramp. I'm drowning, and now it's dark. Or there's one where SpongeBob is having. This is a relatable thing. SpongeBob's having this crisis because he has this brilliant idea of selling pretty patties, which are just
Yeah.
Krabby Patties that with
Colored.
food coloring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody's buying anything. He feels like a failure. And Patrick's giving him advice, and he's like, you have to look deep inside yourself. He's like, I'm scared. Then I'm going in for you. And he just opens up SpongeBob, just climbs inside of him. And then he's like, oh, it's dark in here, and lights a match. And then he's just like,
I like how you say that's relatable. Like you've done that to someone before.
what? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone does that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Isn't that how psychiatrists work?
Yeah, that's what they did to me. I'm
I
like,
don't know.
I'm a failure. My podcast only has 200 million followers. My YouTube channel only has 300 billion views. I should have at least like 5 more than that. And then the psychiatrist just rips open my ear and just climbs inside.
It's like, let's take a look at your childhood.
Yeah.
You just have plankton in there, like leave me alone.
Hey, like I always say, we're all just Evangelions with fleshy pilots inside of our heads.
I don't know. The internet's
Yeah.
been saying that for a while. Our bodies are just flesh suits, and our brains are the pilots.
Yeah, exactly.
What if we're the pilots and
One day, I'm just expecting to get hit really hard on the head and just wake up with like, I don't know, as my brain with like
You're-
little arms and legs.
You're just on the table, like, help me! I need a new body to pilot.
yeah, that's what they're gonna do. They're like, we can stop people from dying. The problem is their body still deteriorates, so we just have their brain. I'm sure they're happy.
Transport me into a new Gundam, please.
We
I
put,
want the new version of the Gundam.
we put you in a robot. You have no senses. You can't feel anything. Yay.
Oh no!
I can't do drugs now. The needles won't pierce.
I need to pierce my skull helmet.
That's like one of the villains from Doctor Who. It's a Cybermen.
Oh, dang.
They just take humans and encase them in like a robot body, and like they get rid of all their feelings and their emotions and stuff.
Dang.
He always ends up defeating them by like hacking their brains and like unlocking the emotion center, and then they all just kind of like freak out and like their heads explode because they're committing suicide. They
Nice.
can't handle the fact that they're robots. It's a really dark
That's
show.
messed up.
Yeah, isn't it like their heads explode? They're like crying blood and like just like freaking out because they're like these malformed robot guys. And it's just like-
Imagine one person's okay with like, yeah, I looked worse as a human. I'm gonna go get a cup of Joe now.
he looks in the mirror, he's like, cool, I got laser arms. Here we go.
Oh, this is awesome.
He's like, oh, cool. I'm taking over the world now. Like, oh, wait.
Doctor Who's like, I did not expect that.
I'm gonna go fight some terrorists now.
Well, you're the new ruler, so everyone else is a terrorist.
I wish I could shoot lasers out of my arms.
That'd be so cool. Even if it was just like a light show, you'd just be like, hey, check this out.
When are we gonna invent the lightsaber, Louise?
I don't know. Other people have tried. Seems hard.
Yeah.
I found out I kid you not. I was watching YouTube one day and I saw a clip of Baruto. Baruto has a freaking lightsaber in it.
What?
Yeah.
Dang.
Look it up. There's a Baruto lightsaber.
Look it up for me.
Baruto.
Like,
See if I can look up Baruto.
what the heck?
Why does he have a lightsaber?
Look at this.
What? Why does he have a lightsaber?
They legitimately have lightsabers.
Why?
I don't know, but he does for some reason.
Dang.
It's like, why?
That's so weird.
What famous series can we steal a famous weapon from?
This
and then
is
call it
about
something slightly
this is
different?
about freaking
Ninjas.
ninjas throwing kukris and like making jutsus and stuff. And they gave their main character of their next series a freaking lightsaber.
I need to watch Naruto just to understand what the heck people are talking about.
Like, why? What the heck?
That is so weird.
Here's Naruto 2.0. Have a lightsaber. Don't spend it all at one place now.
That's some kind of cool fan art, but whatever.
My son, Boruto. Here, take the secret weapon I used to win all the battles.
The whole point of Naruto was Naruto getting strong enough and like unleashing his like inner like nine-tailed beast powers.
Yeah.
Where he didn't even need a weapon. He was literally a god.
Yeah.
And his son, which should have at least an
Son
ounce
just
of
gets
his
a
power, has to
lightsaber.
use a lightsaber.
I
It's
have
like you
OP
can't
weapon.
make the character interesting in some other way.
I don't know.
I have cool light sword that goes vroom, vroom, vroom. It's just a toy. It doesn't even work. It just goes vroom.
The scene I did watch was kind of cool though, because like Baruto is like swinging the lightsaber at the bad guy. He gets knocked away and he goes to pick up the lightsaber again. The bad guy just picks it up and like stabs it through him. I'm just like, yes.
Dude, any scene with a lightsaber is going to be cool.
Yeah.
I know. There's YouTube channels that just take movie fights and replace the swords with lightsabers.
Oh, you guys know the meme video of Lolly Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Where the
Yeah.
two lollies are fighting on
Yeah.
the bridge and they have lightsabers?
No, it's not. It's a lolly and like a teenage man, and she's
Yeah, yep.
trying to beat him. I was like, no. He falls into the water, and she hits him over the head.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
That's great.
I still need to watch that one. I forgot what it was called.
Yeah, I saw what it was called as well and I want to watch it, but I don't know. I've been having a hard time actually watching anime because my life's so hectic. Like,
Yeah.
I've been trying to get a schedule like you have.
My
where-
schedule only works for Mondays and Tuesdays.
That's it?
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
Wednesdays I'm here, Thursdays ma and pause, Fridays are just hectic in general. I don't know what to do for my Friday.
Hang out with us like you usually do?
Yeah, but that's like later. I don't work Fridays, so until
Oh, good
6,
point.
I have nothing.
Right.
I'm an empty. I just sit there some days, unless I'm doing business stuff. I just sit there.
That's a good point. I don't know. Force yourself to like go and do a workout. That's what I usually do.
I do that every now and again. I usually fail. I get like halfway through. I'm like, man, what am I doing?
I mean, I get that. Like,
And then I lay on the floor. I'm like, cold cement. Love it.
yeah, that's always nice. If the gym floor wasn't so dirty, I used to like lay on that after the workout, especially if nobody else is in the gym. I'm just like, this feels nice.
Yeah.
I feel dead, but it's nice.
I
I'm
like
just
cold cement.
imagining you in like one of those like $10 a month gyms or whatever, Planet Fitness or whatever, just lying in the middle of it with like everyone just working out around you, just like, this is nice.
Have you seen those videos of the like regular gym goers? They'll videotape like January 1st of all the people that go to the gym, and they're like
Yeah.
doing the weirdest things with the machines and stuff. Just like there's like one dude that's like running on the treadmill, but he has it going way too fast. So he's like got his arms fully extended. He's like on his tiptoes, just like trying to get the machine to turn off.
Oh man.
That's great.
I want a movie where instead of like a long training montage, it's just this guy at like New Year's is just like, I'm gonna be fit, and one day just does everything super extreme and just walks out buff. And then
Isn't
the rest
that what
of the
One
movie's
Punch
just
Man
Yeah, that's what
basically
yeah.
basically One Punch Man.
Just It's like one day I'm gonna like actually do
And
exercise.
then it just becomes like an 80s action movie stuff.
I've found a decent way of exercising just by walking. Lift your knees up as high as you can while you walk.
Yeah.
You also kind of look like a certain type of Austrian army.
No, that's the goose step. That's not a. That's
Oh,
just,
that is the goose step.
that's
The
just
goose
keeping
step is
your-
You
different.
gotta put your knees
legs-
up. You gotta
yeah.
be like
Yeah.
like Mario kinda. Just like
If you just throw your knees up like all the time.
yeah.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
begs
Weird
the
walking
question. How is
acting.
Mario so fat?
He's a plumber.
Have you seen?
That doesn't make any sense. Have you tried
He eats-
fixing plumbing?
So many
To
mushrooms.
gain powers, he just eats.
True.
He's Italian.
Okay, good point.
That's-
Italian.
That's the
I
answer.
think that just answers that question. He's Italian.
It's Italian.
All that pasta and bread.
Italian.
I mean, he
I will
does.
send the mafia after you.
I am an Italian.
You're not an
You're Italian?
Yeah.
Really?
What
Yeah.
percentage?
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know, quarter or something.
I'm a quarter Italian. That one's confirmed.
Because my dad's side was very Italian.
Is
My-
French Italian?
No.
No, that's what I thought. For some reason, I thought they were.
I'm
My
more Dutch than I.
grandfather is 100% Italian.
Mm.
So that makes me a quarter, at least. Because I don't know what my mom's side. I don't know what all my mom's side what they have been mixed with.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm mostly 50-50 German and French.
Nice.
Yep.
You have black hair and brown eyes. You're lying about the German.
Well,
He's
I'm
also like
not.
90% Japanese.
He's the 1% that survived.
Okay, think about my last name. My actual last name.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
That is a fully German last name.
Boom is a German last name.
Boom is.
Only 1% of his people survived.
Turns out I'm actually not any like race whatsoever. I'm just an actual nuclear bomb.
Yes. He is the incarnation of Boom.
If you hear his stomach, it does go.
I'm a real person, because I'm Cornelius Bivouac Weed.
Yeah,
Right.
Cornelius Bivouac.
Boom is definitely not a real person.
Right.
He's just an incarnation.
Pyrolis, I'm pretty sure, is just the Greek god
Pyrolis,
of
we're not
fire.
sure.
Man,
He might be a real person.
I'm from a thing in a place that I cannot describe at this time.
Makes sense.
He signed the non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, that, and if I spoke it, you wouldn't understand the words
Yeah.
coming out of my mouth.
He's from the places between the shadows.
He's from Platinum End.
I was what was left after God died.
Yeah.
You're just the suicidal part of God when he died.
Yeah.
The suicidal kid's the only thing that didn't die. Just floating in space, just like no.
That would suck.
Wah, wah.
That makes
That'd
sense
be
for the
hilarious.
ending, though.
That would be a great ending. That would be a better ending.
He
Just
just
everyone
floats.
dies except him, and he's like, "Dang
He
it!"
floats to a different planet, takes over that place.
Right.
That's likely.
All right. Well, we're gonna hop into our ad time, and then we're gonna come
We're
back.
hopping into the ad.
We're hopping into the ad.
When we come
Oh,
back,
joy.
Boom is gonna try to pitch us some shows to get us to watch.
Yes.
Pitch
I'm gonna
it?
try
Pitch?
my hardest
What's the right
pitch.
word?
He's also going to show up in a
Convince.
tutu.
Convince.
Yeah.
What?
Argue.
He's going to show up in a tutu to try and look more showy, to try and pitch it to
Yes.
us more.
Well, I was gonna use a
And
cake,
do a dance.
but whatever.
He's going to pop out of a cake.
Gotta pop out of a
He's
cake.
going to pop out of a cake.
Let's go.
All
Ad
right.
time.
Ad time.
Ad time.
And welcome back, everybody.
Yay.
Hello.
Please don't ever utter those words.
Yay.
Again. No, stop.
Yay.
That's better.
Yay.
Oh God.
Yay, guys, we're back.
Hey guys, we're back. Oh, I should make
back.
that my YouTube intro.
I'm gonna clip it.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh, I'm gonna be like Roswell.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Can you purposely
Hey.
crack your voice?
Hey.
Hey.
There you go. Just,
Hey.
just do that as your intro.
Hey everyone, this is Wheeze.
This is Wheeze here.
Wheeze.
Oh, that sounds like great quality YouTube stuff.
So, anyways, what are
Back
we
to my
talking
days
about
as a
now?
teenager.
What are
We're
you
gonna
talking
talk about. Well, Pyrolis can kind of add into this a little bit because he read the light novel.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk about episode 1 of Rise of the Shield Hero season 2. So
Oh
that
my
released.
Goodness.
I
this
need to
past
read
week.
those novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I thought compared to season 1, and it's been a couple geez, it's been a couple years since I've seen season 1, actually.
It's been on like 5 years now. Season 1 has
Has it been 5 years?
5 or 4.
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Because it released in
I'm
2018.
looking it up.
Okay, yeah, it's been about 5 years. Jeez,
No, that's 2 years.
20.
No, that's about 5 years.
Yeah,
no, I thought it was
2019.
2020. I thought it was-
2019.
Okay,
So 4 years.
I thought it was 2020
Right?
for a moment.
3 years.
Is it 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So 3 years ago.
Okay, anyways, it's been a couple years, but the pacing of episode 1 seemed to be like extremely fast.
Yeah.
Like they go from like, this is what's going on, here's the recap, the shield hero like owns a village now, has his harem of like foot soldiers because he can't hold a weapon still, and he's like helping another hero's like their party member trying to get stronger, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people or a bunch of familiars are attacking him, and then they go to the kingdom, they figure out what the heck's going on with that, and then they get sent off to another country, and that's just the whole episode.
Why does it feel like every show is doing this where the season 1 is like a full, normal story?
Yeah.
And then season 2 is just like rush everything super fast.
Well,
12
that's what it
episodes.
felt like, because like I was expecting to like kind of get walked back into it a little bit, like, hey,
Hold my
This is-
hand. We'll guide you through it.
yeah, like this is what's going on, like this is what's going on at the village. Maybe we'll get like a introduction a little bit to some of the newer characters.
As far as I remember,
Pyrolis.
he spends a bit of time in the village before the whole turtle thing happens.
like
in the light
one
novel.
episode, like the last episode, they spend like a tiny bit of time in the village.
No, as far as I remember, because he helps him rebuild the village, and some stuff happens with the dragon. Then the turtle's like, "Rah!"
That's
He's gonna
like
fight
in
that.
Harry Potter. I can't believe they didn't have a quarter of the movie, just like the book, where
Yeah.
he's just hanging out with that stupid family.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I did not want like a whole like episode, but it was literally like 3
Yeah.
minutes of like, oh, here's the village. It gets attacked. We're going to the kingdom.
No, I think you would have wanted a whole episode
So-
of the village.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. In order to build up that village properly, because if they rushed it, that village isn't. I don't think the village is going to fit in much. When the village is a big part, because later on in the novel, the village is his main base, so he does a lot of stuff in that village.
Oh, if that's the case, then
You know
they
what they'll
totally
probably
rushed
do?
it.
They'll
Yeah.
probably do backstories. They'll probably like cut back to this like earlier
I
thing.
hope so, because
They'll
it just
probably-
it like there's one scene. So the bow hero, one of his members is a girl. I forget her name. She basically gets kicked out of the bow heroes group because she's too weak. Her
that
stats
happened
are-
on the island.
Yes, her stats are lower than what they should.
Yeah.
So she joins the Shield Heroes group to try to get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she kind of gets bullied by the bow hero a little bit during the meeting in the kingdom to figure out what's going on with like all the monsters attacking.
Yeah.
And then Raftali is just not even skipping a beat. It's like, oh hey, I know how to make you stronger. Takes her to the caravan where she like was enslaved to the Shield Hero. Just like, you should become the Shield Hero slave. Just like not even skipping a beat.
I mean, that kind of happened, but
Yeah.
not
Like,
exactly.
No moral
that quickly.
dilemma, nothing like that. No like thinking about it. And then at first the Shield Hero's like, no, I'm not gonna just let her become my slave. Like they have to be willing to become my slave. And she's
Yeah.
like, make me your slave. It's like, well, I guess that happened.
Dang. Yeah, I was right. Season 2 has 13 episodes, where season 1 had 24.
Oh God, it's happening.
Of Shield Hero?
Yeah, they do this. Every show's been doing this, except for ReZero, which is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Even Attack on Titan.
Attack
did
on Titan did it.
And
Demon
now you
Slayer
got
did
a
it,
part
and Shield
3,
Hero
the
did it.
final
The,
ending.
the first season is like a normal full story. It's like,
What the heck is going
I
on?
think it's something with the structure of the stories.
Yeah.
That they have like their first like big introduction thing, then they kind of have a short intermediate arc between like 2 bigger arcs or something.
How long
because-
is the Spirit Turtle arc?
The Spirit Turtle arc is actually a pretty big arc.
So they're probably gonna do
So I
like
guess
a
they're
part.
just- They could be doing a part 1 and 2, but this just says it'll be.
This should probably be a 24
13 episodes.
episode arc, in all honesty, because he powers up quite significantly and he fights a few things
Yeah, that's.
for the Spirit Turtle.
Anyways, I think it's gonna be good once we get a couple episodes in. But the first
Yeah.
episode just felt like, okay, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. She's a slave now. There's a giant turtle god destroying
Yeah.
cities, and here we go.
There's kind of a weird thing about like first episodes in storytelling where it kind of becomes a weird like meta
Yeah.
where you have to make everything like super fast to just like hook people in, when I feel like it's to the point it's pushing people away from it because
Yeah.
they're like, I guess for season 2 it might make more sense because people are like already into it.
But
so
here's
they
the
just
thing.
want to make sure they're like, this is still interesting.
This only makes sense is if their original plan, if they would have done their original plan of they were gonna do season 1, and then the next anime season they're gonna do season 2,
Yeah.
and then they never did it. Like it got delayed, it got canceled, and then 3 years later we're doing season 2, and it just feels
Yeah.
like we're just jumping right into it.
Ever since watching
on the edge.
Hellsing Ultimate OVAs, I feel like every combat-based anime needs to just be hour-long OVAs.
I think a lot of shows probably would be better.
Yeah, the Ultimate series did really good with that because like they were able to have really long fights.
Like Slice of Life, that can stay the normal because it's doing
Yeah.
great on the normal episodes. But like fighting anime, I feel like just needs to be hour-long.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Rise of the Shield Hero episode 1 of season 1, 43 minutes long.
Oh, nice.
Episode 1 of season 2, regular length.
Oh,
So it's just like
that kind of
they
sucks.
could have made it like a 40-minute episode
Yeah.
and made it a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
But it's a good show. I'd check it out especially if you watched or read the earlier part of Shield Hero. It's still good. So yeah. Now the second seasonal anime I watched, SpyxFamily. That's probably the most wholesome anime I've seen in a while.
The only thing I've seen from it is a girl that's just like, I want a pistol with a silencer.
All right, so okay, this is really cool. I didn't know anything about SpyxFamily before watching the episode, and I'm watching the episode, and it's about this spy. His name's Twilight. He's given up his identity. He's giving up everything just to be a spy. So like, he's a master of disguise. He's a master at trickery and like stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
There's actually like one episode like they introduce him where he tricks people into thinking that he's one person that's trying to buy photos of this governor that has like a toupee,
Okay.
and like the photos like reveal that he has a toupee. And like he tricks them into thinking he's the governor trying to buy back the photos of him having the toupee, and then he walks away, and the guy that sold him it like turns around, and the governor's standing like right there, is like, hey, where's my photos? And he's like, wait, what? And like he just like, the guy Twilight that's walking away, he turns to the corner, rips off the mask, and it's just like he goes from like this giant fat dude to like this little skinny dude.
That's great.
It's great. Anyways, he gets a mission where he's supposed to get intelligence from this really famous rich dude. Well, the only way that they can do that, because the really famous rich dude is like really into like his family, like just being with his family, nothing else.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's all.
That sounded really weird. The way
I
you
know.
put
That's
it,
why
but
I
okay.
explained it.
The
more.
royal family.
Yeah, SpyxFamily.
All he cares about is like being with his family,
Yeah.
like spending time with them. So the government agency that hired Twilight's like, okay, within a week you have to have a wife, a child, and you have to have the child like into the school where the governor or the famous person's kid is.
That's not how babies grow.
Yeah, that's exactly what he says. Like, how am I supposed to produce a child in a week? And he's like in a train. He rips the newspaper, and everybody around him just looks at him. He's like, oh, sorry.
And they're like, buy one, obviously.
Well, he goes and does that.
Yeah.
He goes
Nice.
he goes to an orphanage.
I would like to buy your
child.
finest child.
Well, that's why he's just like, I want your smartest child.
I need them.
I did
small.
that once.
Good
I
for
held like
you.
an acrobatic child, please.
But yeah, he's like, I want your smartest child. And like the orphan manager, whatever they call him, the orphan crawler,
The orphan owner.
the orphan owner, the owner of the children,
The orphanee.
brings
What
him
is
over to Anya, which is the pink-haired
I think they call him the
telepathic girl.
headmaster.
Headmaster.
The headmaster.
Okay.
Anyways, and he's like, that's the smartest one. And in all actuality, the headmaster just wants her gone because she's like super creepy. Because she just like knows random things about people, even though that she shouldn't, like, because she's a telepath.
Yeah.
So
I saw you
Twilight-
eating your sock the other day. What?
Twilight puts a test in front, or a crossword puzzle in front of her. Or there's a crossword and puzzle, and like she's trying to convince Twilight to like take her as like her daughter. Right?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, that's a super hard crossword puzzle. Like, no kid should be able to do that because like she's only 6 years old.
Yeah.
And he's thinking in his head like, oh yeah, this word goes here, this word goes here, and she's reading his mind and just like filling it out, and he's just like, what? How did you do that?
That's great.
She's a child prodigy. Like, there's no way I can like not take her. So he takes her, brings her to the house that he bought. Like the first house that he saw, he buys. He like scans everywhere. There's like no hidden tap wires, nothing like that. Like looks for like sniper nests through the window. He's like, oh, this is perfect. I'll take it. Anyways, basically what happens after that, it's a really fast moving episode, kind of like Rise of the Shield Hero. It's a bunch of stuff that happens where he's not convinced that Anya's actually smart and that he doesn't know that she can read minds.
She's putting the circle in the square peg again.
Kind of. Well, at first he's trying to get her to study, and she doesn't want to study, right? Because she knows that she can just like read the minds of all the kids to figure out the test, which is kind of funny because like eventually she actually gets to the test and like goes to do it. She goes to read everybody's mind, and all the kids are just freaking out. They're just like, this is too hard. I don't know what I'm doing. And like one kid just like slamming his head on the table. She's like, oh no.
Man, this sounds great.
It is actually pretty funny. Anyways, so she wants to be a spy. And eventually she figures out that Twilight is a spy because he's trying to hide that he's a spy from her. Well, she's trying to hide that she's a telepath from him. So she reads his mind one time and figures out his secret code to all of his spy stuff. So he's messing with his spy stuff one time while he's gone, sends out this secret code to the guy that Twilight tricked to get the toupee pictures.
Yeah.
So the guy that had the toupee pictures sends henchmen to his house, kidnaps Anya. So Twilight has to go to the warehouse where they have her kidnapped, dress up as one of the henchmen, and like go in and rescue Anya. It's funny because at the end, like he's trying to convince Anya that she should just go to the police as like the henchman. He's just like, okay, all my friends are playing a game of tag, and I want you to take this number, run down that way, and tell the police that we're playing tag. And she's like reading his mind, and she's just like, oh, Daddy's a really big liar. So it's like a really...
That sounds awesome. So the mother hasn't been introduced at all?
Mother has not been introduced. That's episode 2.
I'm imagining the spy just being Sebas from Overlord.
Sebas. Who's that?
The butler.
Yes, kind of.
Because I know the idea is like the daughter's a telepath, he's a spy, and the mother's like an assassin.
Yes.
And none of them are supposed to know what the other one is.
Yes, exactly. That's the whole thing.
But the telepath knows who everyone is, obviously.
So like there's one like you said you saw the scene of she wants the silenced pistol.
Yeah, all I saw is as a meme.
She sees it on television because there's a television show about a spy guy.
Yeah.
And he has a silenced pistol, right? So Twilight is taking her shopping. She's like, I want to get a silenced pistol. And he's just kind of like not listening. He's like, oh, if they're on sale, I'll get you one. And then later on, while she's kidnapped, the governor dude that had the toupee, he's like the big henchman dude.
Yeah.
And one of the guys talks back to him. So he pulls out a silenced pistol and just shoots him. And Anya's like, oh, a silenced pistol.
Is that on sale?
That's amazing.
It's really funny. It's kind of wholesome. Like there's one scene at the end when Anya finally passes the test, and Twilight gets excited for her. So he picks her up and does like the yay.
Yeah.
Well, that was the one moment where he relaxed his whole body. He just collapses on the ground because as a spy, he's not allowed to sleep in front of anybody or show any signs of tiredness.
Yeah.
So like he relaxes for 2 seconds, collapses on the ground, and she's like, "Oh no, Dad's dead! Wake up, Dad!" As he's just like totally paralyzed on the ground.
Oh man.
But that
really sounds
cute.
Great. I'll watch it.
It's awesome. I was afraid that it was going to be more silly than it was, but it's actually pretty heartwarming.
Nice.
And like pretty serious in certain moments.
Yeah. I feel like a show like that has to have a balance of like has a funny vibe, but isn't necessarily like just trying
it-
to make you laugh all the time.
You know, like we were talking earlier about Pink Panther
Mhm.
and like those older shows.
Yeah.
It has that feeling.
Oh, okay,
Like it
that's
has like an
cool.
older cartoon feeling because like there's cliches.
Yeah.
A spy is a spy. Like the kid is like a telepath kid that gets into trouble.
Yeah.
Like literally the first mission that the Twilight did is he was stealing pictures from a governor that had a toupee
Yeah.
to give it to other people so they could blackmail him about the toupee. Like silly stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
I think
cool.
there's a point of where you get like too silly and it's no longer cool.
Yeah.
Or you like are too serious and it's not like funny at all.
Yeah, and it has like a really fine line it's riding. Like I could see it dipping into too funny a moments.
Yeah.
Where you can obviously tell it's not serious whatsoever, but at the same time it's serious enough where you're actually kind of worried about the main characters a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Like I feel like Love is War is a little too comedic, or at least started that way, where I don't really take it seriously
Yeah.
enough to like care about the main characters.
yeah, I can see that. The
Like-
only time I cared about the main characters was like the end of season 1. for Love
Yeah.
is War. Like,
Same.
that whole scene. Oh, and then the arc with the emo kid.
Yeah. Ishigami's great.
Like
I
that
him a
whole
lot.
arc was amazing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those are the 2 seasonal anime I watched. I'm going to try to watch. What was that one harem show that we're talking about? Like
High School DxD.
No, it had the picture of all the characters with guns and stuff.
Oh, didn't someone have like a dog mask on or something?
Yeah, one of them was like in a dog
What?
costume, or was like a dog person.
You're messing my mind up.
Man, I'm trying to like. I don't know
We
names.
did an episode about. We just have to go back and listen to our.
Wait,
hour
did an
long-
episode about it?
Yeah, we
we
did a
talked
whole
about it.
episode.
Did I watch this?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it. Seasonal anime.
Seasonal anime. I'm looking it up right now. So
Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. I know what you're talking about. You're the dog. Okay, the guy that looks like a monster, but he's human.
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the English name, but I know what you're talking about.
Trying
think
to
you just
find
passed
it
it.
right now. Did I just pass it?
Yeah, scroll back up.
Oh, yeah, a second.
You're still scrolling down.
Yes, I only know one direction.
It's I'll pull it up on my phone. I got the manga. I know what you're talking about
This
now,
is an
though.
elevator. I can go up and I can go down. Yes, but can you go up?
Let me see here. Let me go to library. It starts with an M.
Let me check.
Starts with an M?
At least on my my thing it does, because it's in Japanese on my thing.
I'm gonna check Crunchyroll's thing because they have the popular ones.
Yeah, this one doesn't necessarily have all the popular ones.
Why does it look like?
Oh, here it is. It is Esta Life.
No,
Yeah.
This one? This one looked interesting for some reason.
that's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh. This is
Yeah,
one I was
Stab
talking about.
Life.
But that doesn't. Oh wait, the person in the background you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy in the dog costume.
Oh, I thought I thought we were talking about Let me find it here. Feel bad for the
So
people
far
listening.
has a really bad rating.
It does.
You'll have to watch it.
Well, I want to watch it because it could either be super bad or it could actually just be like pretty generic.
Either way,
Yeah,
you might have something to talk about.
that's what
It
I'm
looks
thinking.
a little too absurd to be generic.
Yeah. Oh, I also want to watch this show, Tamagotchi Game.
Yeah,
That looked
Squid
really
Game.
interesting. So
For-
Squid Game, but in
For
anime.
Squid Game.
So those are the 2 ones I'm going to try talking about next week if I get to watch them. So
Yep, it was a manga.
nice. Well, anyways, that's all I have to talk about for seasonal anime. Anyways,
Very nice.
Suki ga Michibiku Isekai Dochu is what I'm talking about.
What the heck is that?
It's the one. It's the one where the guy like so ugly when he dies. The goddess is like, yeah, you can't be pretty enough to be human. You're gonna be sent down to the demi-humans. But he's like the most powerful thing in existence.
You've talked about this
Oh,
before.
yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Love is War Season 3 is out too.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't know if I'm going to watch it seasonally.
Yeah, it might be more fun to binge.
I'm just going to watch it as a binge.
Komi-san season 2.
I'm waiting to catch up with the manga.
And
Also, it shouldn't even be a season 2 because they literally just finished season 1.
That should be part 2 of season 1. But
And,
whatever.
Like, I don't know, Attack on Titan should be like season 5 of Attack on Titan instead of part 3.
No.
Part 3 of season 4.
Looks like
go.
Devil's a Part-Timer is getting a second season.
Yeah, we
It
talked
is,
about that
yeah.
like 10
Oh, we did?
episodes ago.
Man, Overlord's getting a 4th season July.
Yeah, we talked about that as well.
I'm just going through my anime list, okay? I don't remember everything we talked about. Leave me alone.
You should remember everything.
Oh, yeah. Summer's
knew
gonna
Goblin
be
Slayer was gonna-
great.
What?
Summer's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Zane and Abyss.
Is
Yeah.
it wrong to pick up Girls Out of Dungeons getting a 4th season? Nice. July, here we
Might
go.
watch that. Made
Oh,
in
Lord.
Abyss and what is this anime called? Devil's a Part-Timer. That's great.
There's an anime project for Konosuba. They don't say what it is, but they say it's an anime project. So we don't know anything. It could be a movie, it could be a season. We don't know, but there's something coming up for it.
That
At
just
some
made me
point.
realize, when are they going to release more for Psychopaths?
I don't know.
They should.
I guess it wasn't that long ago that they released whatever the last thing they did was, and then it got stuck behind Amazon.
I'm still waiting for the
Yeah.
dates for Yojo Senki, and then Tanya the Evil, and then Bungo Stray Dogs. On the bright side, Yuri on Ice is getting a movie. It's Adolescence.
Someone who runs an orphanage is called
Really?
an orphan
Yeah.
keeper.
An orphan.
I knew it.
An orphan keeper.
I didn't even know it for sure, and I still said it correctly. Heck yeah.
I am
According
the
to
one who
this
keeps the orphans.
According to the first thing that pops up on Google.
The Orphan Keeper. That sounds like a wrestling title.
The orphan keeper.
I am the one who keeps the orphans. You cannot have the orphans.
Orphan Keeper going up against Tombstone.
I've read Sierra Gensoki. I know what this is about. Wait, there's a first season? Okay, I'm gonna have to watch the first season now because I liked that manga.
Nice.
All right, is it time to wrap up the show?
It is time to wrap up.
One
the show.
Piece is getting a film.
It is. It's about Shanks.
Isn't it red?
Yep.
I heard somebody summarize it. It's basically Shanks does not want to pay child support.
Sword Art Online's getting another movie.
It did say something about Shanks and a child, which I didn't even know Shanks had a kid, but seems
Surprise.
like he would, yeah. The Shanks wouldn't, yeah.
Hey, Wheeze, Code Geass is getting something called Code Geass Daken no Z.
There are quite a few. There's like a movie about Code Geass and stuff. I've only been interested in the main series because it ended perfectly. I don't want to see anything after
Okay,
it.
that's fair.
That's kind of like
never
people
mind.
that stop halfway through Death Note.
Yeah, that's only because the heartthrob died, so they left.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
He's
At least
still
read the
good.
manga.
He's still good. We can watch more. Oh, this is getting an
Well, anyways, I'm going to wrap up the episode. So hope
right.
you guys like
Wrap it up
this.
in tinfoil. That way they can't read my mind.
Yes.
Sure.
Overlord's getting a film.
Yes. Anyways, be quiet.
No, I'm looking through.
Be quiet. Shush. I'll mute your mic. When you're far enough away, you still can't.
You can't speak. This is a podcast.
Yeah.
No speaking.
3, 2, 1. I'm gonna scream.
You just squeaked.
You turned my mic off.
I did.
Can we
turn
have
your
that
mic off.
squeak? Is it in the soundboard?
Yes, I'll do that.
That'd be great.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tensei Shitara Kendashita is getting an anime. Looks
All
like
right.
that.
Well, I hope you guys liked this episode. If you did, you can give it a like on YouTube. You can also rate it on any other podcast platform,
Like Spotify.
like Spotify or iTunes. What?
I can I mention a manga that's great that's getting an anime real quick.
Real quick, and then you have to be quiet.
It's called Isekai Oji-san. It's about this uncle who comes back from a new world, like he was unconscious, and like when he wakes up, his nephew is like there. And he's like, I went to a new world. No, you didn't. And then he like shows him, he uses magic to show him all his memories. Like, oh, he did. And then he proceeds to show how he made awful mistakes. And like he had a harem, but he didn't realize it because he thought everyone hated him because he was before the time where like tsunderes were popular. So he thought the tsundere girl actually hated him, and they were all tsunderes. So he just thought everyone hated him. It's pretty great.
Sounds interesting. All right, so yeah, you guys can rate the episode on YouTube or Spotify or iTunes, wherever you want. Please share it with your friends and family. Well, maybe not your family.
Yes, your family.
Yes, your family.
Show your 6-year-old telepath child.
Yes.
Our podcast.
Also, go ahead and follow us on Twitter at TalkBaka. You can also follow Pyrolis on Twitter at Pyrolis2. And you can follow Wheeze on Twitter at KBWAuthor.
Yep.
You can also follow him on YouTube or subscribe to him on YouTube at KBW.
Yes.
And for me, you can follow me on Twitter at SirBoom9. And you can also email the podcast any questions or suggestions for shows at askbakatalk@gmail.com.
Yep.
I have not had to do this in forever, it feels like. So.
Ask Baka-Talk@gmail.com. All one word. No
Yes.
spaces. No hyphens. One period.
No
One
capitals.
@sign.
One @sign.
1G.
1G. Ask Baka. Yeah, 1G. 1C? Yes,
It's like
1C.
it's @gmail.com. Okay, is that 1G or 2? 1.
All right, and I think that's it.
Yay.
We're all done. So, yeah, we'll see you all later. Pyrolis, you can talk again.
Bye.
Ciao, meow.
See you all later.